What would happen if right now gravity just stopped? It's a wild thought, right? Something we take for granted every second of every day. But if it vanished, the world as we know it would unravel in the most spectacular and terrifying way imaginable. Let's dive into this mind-bending scenario together. The very first thing you'd notice isn't floating up into the sky like in a cartoon. No, the first thing is the feeling of weightlessness. But more importantly, the Earth is spinning. Fast. At the equator, the planet is rotating at over 1,600 kilometers per hour. Right now, gravity is the cosmic glue holding you, your house, your pets, everything, firmly to the ground. Without that glue, you'd become a projectile. The rotational momentum of the Earth would instantly fling everything not anchored to bedrock eastward at incredible speeds. Imagine being launched faster than a bullet. That's what would happen to people, cars, buildings, animals, everything on the surface. It would be an instant, chaotic, and catastrophic launch into the atmosphere and beyond. And what about the atmosphere itself? The air we breathe is held to the Earth by gravity. Without it, the atmosphere wouldn't just float away. It would expand violently into the vacuum of space. The pressure would drop to zero almost instantly. Any living creature that somehow survived being launched into the sky would face immediate and fatal decompression. It's a grim picture, but it shows just how vital this invisible force is. But the chaos doesn't stop there. Think about water. Our oceans, lakes, and rivers cover over 70% of the planet's surface. Without gravity, all that water would no longer be bound to the Earth. Enormous blobs of water, entire oceans' worth, would detach from the planet's surface and drift into space. It would be like watching the world's biggest water balloon pop in slow motion, sending colossal spheres of H2O into the cosmos. Now, let's zoom out and look at the bigger picture. The Earth itself is a massive ball of rock and molten metal, held together in its spherical shape by its own immense gravity. If that force disappeared, the incredible pressure at the Earth's core would be unleashed. The planet would literally begin to break apart from the inside out. Chunks of rock, magma, and the core itself would start to drift away from each other. Our home would cease to be a planet and become an expanding cloud of very hot, very large debris. And what about our cosmic neighborhood? The moon orbits the Earth because of gravity. Without it, the moon would no longer be our celestial dance partner. It would fly off in a straight line, continuing on a tangent from its last orbital position, destined to wander through the solar system as a rogue object. Nighttime would never be the same. The same principle applies to the Earth and the Sun. Our planet orbits the Sun because the Sun's massive gravity keeps us in a stable, life-giving loop. If gravity vanished everywhere, the Earth, or what's left of it, would also fly off in a straight line, leaving the habitable zone behind. We'd drift into the cold, dark void of interstellar space. The concepts of a year, seasons, and even a stable climate would become meaningless memories. The entire solar system would dissolve. Jupiter, Saturn, and all the other planets would abandon their orbits. Asteroids, comets, everything would just start drifting aimlessly. The beautiful, orderly clockwork of our solar system, governed by gravitational laws for billions of years, would descend into utter anarchy. Let's zoom out even further. Galaxies, like our own Milky Way, are vast collections of hundreds of billions of stars, all held together in a majestic spiral by, you guessed it, gravity. Without it, the stars would all begin to drift apart. The galaxy would slowly dissipate over millions of years, like smoke from a snuffed-out candle. The night sky, which once held beautiful constellations, and the faint glow of the Milky Way, would eventually become an empty, starless black. And on the largest scale, clusters of galaxies, superclusters, all the magnificent cosmic structures we observe, are bound by gravity. The entire web-like structure of the universe would unravel. Everything would simply fly apart from everything else, forever. The universe would become a thin, uniform, and incredibly lonely soup of particles, with no structure, no stars, no planets, and no possibility of life as we know it. It's a truly humbling thought experiment. From the simple act of keeping our feet on the ground to holding entire galaxies together, gravity is the silent, unsung hero of the cosmos. It's the architect of the universe, shaping everything from the path of a raindrop to the orbit of a planet. Its disappearance would mean not just the end of the world, but the end of structure and order in the entire universe. So the next time you drop your phone and it frustratingly hits the floor, maybe take a second to appreciate the force that made it fall. Because as we've just explored, a world without gravity isn't a world of fun, floaty freedom. It's a world that wouldn't exist for more than a few terrifying seconds. It's the fundamental force that makes our existence possible. Thank you so much for joining me on this cosmic journey into chaos. It's mind-blowing to think about how finely tuned our universe really is. If you enjoyed this and want to explore more what-if scenarios and uncover the secrets of our universe, please make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you do not miss our next adventure. We have so much more to explore together. Thanks for watching.